Hello, BookTube. Hello, friends. Welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and this is going to be another book haul. Now, you may have noticed that I've been doing several book haul videos lately. That's because after things started opening back up here in Florida, my daughter and I have been doing a lot of thrifting. And for me, when I say thrifting, that generally means book shopping. And so I've gone a little crazy and added several books to my household. But I decided that I would divide those up into categories. I did do a miscellaneous haul, and then after that, I have been showing you the books that I have bought in different genres. So even though what I'm doing today could have really gone with the last video, which was Christian fiction, I have quite a bit of Amish fiction. So I decided just to make that a separate haul. Now, originally I thought I might combine this book haul video with a recommendations video for the summer fling and show you some Amish books that could be read for the summer fling. But I have decided to divide that as well because here's what I'm going to do, and I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I am going to attempt to recommend an Amish book for all of the categories on the summer fling. Now, spoiler alert, there's one that I don't think I can do, but I've got a substitute. So I'm super excited about that. That will be a completely separate video. So what I'm going to show you today is just a straight book haul of Amish fiction, specifically Amish romance. And these are all books that I have not read. Oh no, I take that back. There are two that I have listened to on audio, but I didn't own them, and I just happened across them, so I decided to grab them. Several of them are Beverly Lewis, and just so you know, if you didn't see that video, back in April, when Sarah and I hosted the Amish in April readathon, I think for the third year in a row, I also did a video on Beverly Lewis and her books, where I talked a lot more about her different book series and the books that I've read, and I didn't really get into the books that I haven't read because I haven't read them, but I have since then collected some, so I still don't know anything about the ones I haven't read, but I now have more on my shelf than I did to begin with. So let's just get started. I'll start with the Beverly Lewis books and then move on into the others. I have 3 other authors and then 1 book of short stories that's by multiple authors. And so here we go. So the Beverly Lewis books that I did not own that I've already read is a trilogy. I think it's her first Amish trilogy. Now, Beverly Lewis started out writing children's books and has quite a few series of books that are for children and young adults, and I have read some of those, but then she didn't start writing Amish books until the 90s, and I think that she was about the first one. Her and Wanda Brunstetter are definitely the matriarchs of Amish fiction, and they both started publishing Amish fiction in the 90s. I don't believe either of them had any in the 80s, but Beverly Lewis was already writing prior to that. She was writing children's books. But her first trilogy that I know of is the Heritage of Lancaster County, and I have The Shunning, which is the first one, and I believe they made a movie of this. Actually, I know they did because I've seen it. It's been quite a while back. The second book is called The Confession, and the third book is The Reckoning. Now, I didn't really set out to own these, but I was looking through some books that I have an old friend who had to move to a nursing home, so she gave me several of her books, her Grace Livingston Hill collection, and several other books, some of which I'm going to put in my yard sale and give her the money as soon as we, ever have a yard sale. But I got to looking through the books that she gave me, and this was in there. And I thought, oh, I don't already have a copy of that. I'll just hang on to that one. And then later I was at our library, and I noticed this one on the shelf, and I thought, well, I've got the first one. I may as well get this one. So at some point, if I run across the second book, I will just grab it too, because this is honestly a trilogy that I would reread. It's very good, and I will be talking more about it when I do my recommendations, because I think I can fit 1 or 2 of those into the prompts for the summer fling. All right, then another series of hers that I just started reading for Amish in April this year is the Home to Hickory Hollow series. I listened to book 1, The Fiddler, and book 2, The Bridesmaid. They're both on Audible Escape, and I listened to those in April. And I ran across book 5 in the series somewhere and decided to pick it up. Now, my apologies if I've shown this in a haul before. I was rearranging my Amish bookshelf, and I may have mixed in a couple books in this box that I've already shown or that I had previously. Honestly, it's quite possible. But I think I have not shown this yet in a book haul. It's book 5 in the Home to Hickory Hollow series, and I have not read it. I'm going to have to probably read books 3, 4, and 5 in print because I don't see them on audio anywhere that is in either Audible Escape or on Hoopla or anything like that. They are on Audible, but I would have to pay extra for them at this point. I don't know. I might just keep my eyes open. Maybe they'll get added one of these days. But as of right now, they're only the first 2 of the series are on Audible Escape. So I enjoyed the series a lot, and I'll be talking more about it later because like I said, I'm pretty sure I will be able to recommend one of these for one of the prompts for Summer Fling as well. All right, then the next 2 are part of series that I have not read and I don't know anything about them. The Mercy is book 3 in the Rose trilogy. And The Missing is book 2 in the Seasons of Grace series. And then I've got 3 standalones here, which is exciting to find standalones. That way I don't have to worry about finding the rest of the series. I have The Proving, The First Love, and The Atonement. So if these are related to any of her other books or book series, I don't know. According to Goodreads and everything I've read, these 3 are all standalones. Now, I have 2 books by Wanda Brunstetter that are the rest of a trilogy that I started during Amish in April. One of the books that I found on Audible Escape that I happened to have on my shelf was called The Storekeeper's Daughter by Wanda Brunstetter. And at the time, I didn't even realize that the second book was The Quilter's Daughter. I have seen this book. I've run across it at book sales before, and I've almost picked it up several times, and then I would look it up and realize, oh, it's second in a series. The first one, it doesn't have anything to do with quilting, so I'm just not going to pick it up. Not even realizing that I had the first one on my shelves already. I know. So when I realized that, okay, duh, I have the first one, and now I need to get the second one, I had no trouble finding it on our library sale shelves. And then later on, I found this third one, The Bishop's Daughter. And so now I have the whole trilogy. I don't know if these 2 are on Audible Escape or not, but it's quite possible that they are. But anyway, now I have the physical copies. Now that's all of the Wanda Brunstetter books that I bought. But I'm going to go ahead and show you a book that I will be showing again when I show some book mail. And that is a gift that I received from Twaina Callahan. She sent me several books in the mail recently. And one of them is a bind-up of the Amish Cooking Class trilogy by Wanda Brunstetter. And this is a trilogy that is on my TBR. It's been on my radar for a while. I have read a trilogy by her called The Half-Stitched Amish Quilting Club, which I think probably has a similar format, whereas that's quilting, this is cooking. And I'm so excited. So Twaina, thank you so much for sending me this book. I'm super excited about it. And I will be showing the rest of what she sent me. I will tack that on to my vacation book haul, which will be coming up in my next book haul video. The next 3 books are by Cindy Woodsmall. I have read a couple of books by Cindy Woodsmall and her daughter-in-law, Erin Woodsmall, that were sent to me by Waterbrook and Multnomah. And so when I saw these books by Cindy Woodsmall, I decided to go ahead and pick them up. I have books 3 and 4 in the Apple Ridge series. The first 3 books are Christmas themed. This is book 3, The Dawn of Christmas. And then the 4th book doesn't appear to have a Christmas theme, but it is part of the series. It's called The Scent of Cherry Blossoms. And isn't that a beautiful cover? And then I picked up the second book in the Sisters of the Quilt series called When the Morning Comes. Then the last author I have to show you in this haul is Shelley Shepherd Gray. I first read Shelley Shepherd Gray this April for the Amish in April readathon. I consumed an entire series by her. It's the Amish Brides of Pinecraft, and I read 4 of them on audio, some of them on Audible Escape, some of them on Hoopla, and then I read the novella that's a part of that series on ebook on Hoopla. I thoroughly enjoyed the whole series. It takes place here in Florida in a community that is near Sarasota, or in Sarasota, and I live in Florida, so I've been wanting to read something set in Pinecraft for a long time, and I was really excited to start there. So I started picking up other books by her. Another book I had on my shelf is the 4th book in the Sisters of the Heart series. It's a Christmas themed book called Grace. So I thought, well, I should find the rest of that series. And I found the first book, it's called Hidden, at my used bookstore. I used some of my credit to buy that one. And then I've just kind of been on the lookout for the other 2. And so I found the second book at my library book sale that they held just after everything started opening back up, and I was excited to find it. It's called Wanted. So now the only one I don't have is book 3. I think it's called Forgiven, and I don't know anything about the series. It's just called Sisters of the Heart. It sounds really nice, and I'm excited to have this book. And then the other 2 are also by her, and they are books 1 and 3 of the Return to Sugar Creek series. Book 1 is called Hopeful, and I don't remember the name of book 2, but book 3 is called Joyful. And I think there's one more, and I think they all have one-word titles like that. So anyway, I'm excited to read more books by Shelley Shepherd Gray in light of the fact that I really, really enjoyed The Amish Brides of Pinecraft. And so I'll let you know about those after I read them. And then I have one other book that is a part of this haul that's an Amish themed book, and it does have a short story in it by Shelley Shepherd Gray. It's also got short stories by Amy Clipston, Beth Wiseman, and Kathleen Fuller. Those are all authors that I have read before. It's called An Amish Homecoming, and I have collected several of these bind-ups of short stories. I've read several. The ones that I can mainly find on audio are the ones that I have read, but these are really good. Some I like more than others, and of course, when you have a book of short stories, there's going to be, you know, within the book, you're going to like some better than others, of course. But I have enjoyed all of these authors, and so I found this somewhere and knew that I didn't have it and thought I would pick it up. So that is all of the Amish fiction that I have acquired recently. Now I can rearrange my shelves and get these all up there. And I will be back soon with some Amish recommendations for the Summer Fling Readathon, which is coming up in August. If you haven't seen those announcements, be sure you check out Sarah's channel from Steeped in Books, as well as all of the other hosts. And I think, like I said, actually, I don't think I said, I started filming this video, I don't know how many times, and I don't remember now what I included at the beginning of this video or not, but I know that a lot of the hosts for the Summer Fling Readathon are hosts who read on the darker side. So a few of us read on the lighter side, a few read both, and it's really a whole spectrum of reading tastes that are of the among those of us who are hosting the Summer Fling. So if you like to read on the lighter side, or maybe you've never really tried it and you want to try one, I will be coming back soon with some recommendations for the Summer Fling of Amish books and other inspirational fiction. So for now, though, that's all I have for this video. I hope you are having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.